Okay folks, I'm going to tie this wee pattern here. It's just a wee simple buzzer pattern. It's well worth having this in your box. Size 10s, 12s. So I'll just take this out and get a wee hook into the vise for you. The hook I'm putting into the vise is a size 10 Amazon B110 grubber hook. The thread that I'm going to use to tie the fly is uni thread 80 in black. So just come in, get your thread started behind the eye of the hook, just run on a few turns and remove the waist tag of the thread. Now I'm just going to bring the thread down. Once I let the thread go, it's in line with the barb of the hook. The rib on the fly is going to be a pearl tinsel and medium. This is ice blue from UTC. So we'll take a length of this off the spool and we'll tie this in on the way down. Just offer it up to the hook, come around with a turn, just put it in the length. Just bring your thread down, tying in your tinsel. I'm going to bring the thread down around the bend a wee ways to there. Now, just going to put this in the material clip, keep it out of the way. The body on the fly is going to be a dyed goose feather in black. So just come in, take a wee pinch of the fibres to create your body. Now, just going to knock off these fine ends, don't need those. Just come around with a turn and then just pull these in to there, then just run your thread up, tying in the fibres. Now just going to bring my thread up to where I tied in the tinsel to there, and then you're just looking one turn of the goose fibres in front of the other. Now just come in with your other hand, you can hold it on the side of the hook just like that, bring up the fibres just up to meet your thread to there. Now keep no hold of the fibres, just come around with your thread, get a couple of tight turns in, and then you can come in and trim away the excess. Now we're going to bring up our rib, which is the ice blue tinsel. Now just going to get a couple of turns going at the back, then you can rib the body. Looking 4 turns of the ice blue tinsel is plenty. Up to there, follow it across with your thread, get a turn in the hold, and then a couple of turns to secure. Just trim away the excess. Now, at this point, I just like to throw in a half hitch, just in case I hit the thread and it bumps it and everything unwinds on me. Now, I'm just going to bring my thread up to the eye, to there. Then I'm going to tie in a thorax cover, which is the goose dyed black. So just come in again, take a small pinch for your thorax cover, just pull it up, just rip it off the feather. Don't need the fine ends again, so we can just come in and take them away. Just offer this up to the hook. Now just get it to sit on top, just put it in the length. Now, you want to keep it flat, so just flatten it over the back of the hook, bring it down to meet your body to there. Just have a wee check. Happy enough with that. Run my thread back up to the eye, go back down a couple of turns to there. Now I'm going to put the impression of wing buds on the fly, and to do that I'm going to use white goose bats. So I'm just going to come in, trim 2 of these off the stem. Right, I just like to take away the fine tips. So come and take them away. And I'll just tie these in one at a time. Right, I'm going to tie one in on my side. And then I'm going to tie one in on your side. Just after up to the hook, just come around with a turn. And you can push it around to get it set on the side. Now, let's bring it back around for you. Just run your thread down, back down to meet your body. Bring the thread back up again to the eye. Back a couple of turns, leaving yourself a head length here. Now I'm going to get the impression of breathers on the fly, and to do that I'm going to use uni stretch floss in white. So I'm just going to take a length of this off. Going to offer it up to the hook on my side, come around with a pinching loop, just go back in again, so the thread went too far down, bring these round. Right, just do a figure of 8 in between the 2 strands of stretch floss. Just be patient, take your time, just make sure you get it tied in, and make sure your thread finishes behind the stretch floss. Just pull it out of the way. Bring the thread back down to meet the goose pads to there. Now I'm going to put in a wee bit of dubbing, and it's just going to be genuine seals fur and orange. This one here. I'll just come in and pick a wee bit out with my needle. Yeah, I'm just going to dub this on. Take another wee pinch. Don't need too much, just enough. Now, the thorax can be any colour you like. I'm just using orange here just to show you. Right. Just make sure these stay out of the way. Just bring up your seals fur to there. Right. Bring these back. Bring your thread in front. You need to leave yourself plenty of room here to tie everything off. First thing we're going to do is bring over the goose pads down the sides. Just get all this to sit back. Around with a couple of turns, nice and tight. Keeping your thread tight. You can rip off the goose pads. Bringing the thread down and back up. Now, bring over your white stretch floss. Bring in your thorax cover down the middle of these. Now, just push these back out of the way for the time being. Just concentrate on your thorax cover. Bring it over, follow it around with your thread. One turn to hold. A couple of turns will secure that in. Come in with your scissors and remove the excess of the goose. Now, just tidy up. At this point, bring your thread back up and down. Just create the nice neat head. There. Now, keeping your thread tight. Just come in with your whip finishing tool. Throw in a whip finish. Now it's okay, the thread broke away, but the whip finish is in. So just bring your gills of your breathers forward. Now you can cut these whatever length you like. It's up to you. I'm going to cut mine a couple of mil to there. Just come in and you can fluff them up. And just to finish off, just want to come in with a drop of varnish on the head. Just on the head, just to seal everything up. Right the whole way right round. Then we can fluff our breathers up again. So there you go. Just a wee basic Midge Pupa. Give the fly a wee go. As I say, the thorax can be different colours. You could use different goose bats to give the impressions of the wing buds in the fly. but just something a wee bit different using the goose feathers dyed. Tie a few up, hopefully you can catch you a few fish.